Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to Blood Bowl! That's right, Blood Bowl Chaos Edition. Now this game has been out for a little while, but A, Blood Bowl 2 is coming out very, very soon, and I'm super excited. And B, this game's on sale right now for like $7. And I'm about to show you why I personally think it's a damn good game and why it's well worth your money. Now again, it's Warhammer and a mixture of American football in one game. So a lot of people aren't into the Warhammer thing, but a lot of people are into football. So, with that in mind, maybe I can just convert you to the Warhammer side with this game. Without further ado, let's talk about some of the features, shall we? In single player, you've got exhibition matches, which are pretty much just quick matches. You pick a team and then you play. You've got campaigns, which essentially you go throughout the land and you play in tournaments and whatnot against other teams of varying races and quality. You've also got a competition, which is pretty close to the same thing. The story mode, which kind of goes through a whole bunch of famous, quote, famous Blood Bowl teams. And then you've got World Cup, which is a worldwide competition. That's right. So, you've got plenty of single-player options. Not just that, but you've got local area network, you've got internet leagues, and you've got a hot seat mode that you can play with a buddy. So, I mean, there's lots of stuff to do here in this game. Without further ado, I'm just going to give you a quick look at some of the teams and, you know, some stuff going on there. Like some of the different races and whatnot. So we're not really going to do a campaign, but, you know, I'm going to show you. You have two separate modes you can choose from. Classic is the basic turn-based mode where you play by the classic rules. Because remember, this originally started out as a tabletop game, just like Warhammer Fantasy Battle and just like 40K. So yes, it was originally a tabletop game, and they turned it into a video game for the sake of this, right? Alright, so Blitz, we're just going to pick quick blah 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 blah. Yeah, there we go. Enter cuff blah blah blah. There's two separate modes. You've got turn-based mode, which again is like the classic, but then you have real-time mode, which is very interesting, and honestly, I've come to love real-time mode. I already teammate. So, these are the different factions. There's quite a few races in the game. You've got Amazons, Chaos Dwarves. This shows a hobgoblin. Trust me, they're dwarves. Dark elves. Yes. Dwarves, regular ones. Elves, goblins, halflings, high elves. Yes, and notice that each one of these has different models. Humans, Khemri, which are the Tomb Kings, if you're familiar with Fantasy Battle. Corn Daemons, which it doesn't actually have a daemon in this picture, but trust me, there's daemons. Lizard Men, yes, that's right, the vicious Lizard Men of Lustria. Necromantic, which, you know, has werewolves and all that good stuff. Whoops, I skipped Norse, but Nurgle, which is just basically specifically Nurgle Chaos Team. The Norse, which are pretty much the Norskins, that's right. You've got Ogres and Orcs, Skaven, and Undead. And Underworld, Undead, and Necromantic are pretty similar. They do have differences. And then Vampire. Yes, the Vampire counts. And finally, the Wood Elves. That's right. So you have quite a selection of teams here. You can customize what logo you have. You can change the colors of your team and so on. And it actually changes their costumes. You can go further, actually customize your team one-on-one, give them equipment and skills and so on and so forth. Now, for the sake of this video, we already have a campaign rolling. It's already a real-time campaign, and hopefully, if it decides to work with me, because I've tried to record this video 5 or 6 times already, so we're going to try one more time, and hopefully we can all enjoy it together. So, this is actually a campaign. I'm playing with the dwarves, the dwarfs, because personally, I'm a huge fan of the dwarves. I like their tough, heavy infantry kind of feel to them, and you'll definitely see it as we're playing. My team, of course, is called the Combrodians, as you can tell. There's a lot of customization here. Like, you can actually get sponsors, which I've already picked a sponsor, but you can actually, there's a list of people, and you can say, okay, well, I think I'm going to win 80% of my games. And then we're like, okay, well, that sounds pretty good. And then you can set where your rankings are going to be, choose a specific objective, so on and so forth. So far, I'm doing pretty good about keeping up with my sponsor because my team is a group of beasts. That's right, and it actually shows you in-depth details about your team, how many spectators average, and so on. The Hall of Fame, as you can see, we own quite a few of these awards. That's right, we're the most popular, we have the most cash winnings, we're the best in offense, the best in possession and passing yards and scoring, the best scorers, and the most violent players. That's right, we don't take no shit from nobody. And there's even trophies. As you win tournaments, you get stuff. As you can see, this is the only trophy I've won so far. I've only been in 2 tournaments, so yeah. Again, there's a lot of stuff. You can actually sit here and look at your team rosters. Here you can actually level up as you see your players. They get better in certain areas, but the more injuries they get, they also become weaker. For example, take Grong Drek Troll. He's got a serious concussion, so he loses 1 point in armor value, which means there's a better chance he's going to die in in the game, or there's a better chance he's going to get injured. But he's also pretty much my star player as far as it goes. He's the highest level, he's got the highest movement allowance, and he's got some pretty good stats overall, for a dwarf, that is. Compared to some of the other races. And keep in mind, all the races have different skills, different traits, and so on. And some of them, like the orcs, are better at just beating the crap out of the other team, like full-on beating the crap out of the other team. And we can actually click here to display our team to kind of show them off. Yeah, check those bad mama jammas out. Look at those beards. Yeah, that's right. And then we got my little steamroller back there, which literally is what it looks like. It is used to roll over the enemy. That's right. So without further ado, I'm going to skip past some stuff and I'm going to hopefully show you some gameplay. Alright, so we're ready to get into the game. We'll start out by choosing heads. Damn, so we don't get to receive or anything. But we do get to set our players up on the pitch. And what I like to do is I kind of like to have a united front. That's right, just perform one line. This may not be the best strategy, and I guarantee there's better Blood Bowl players out there who can show you how to do this much better than me, but that doesn't change the fact that I very much enjoy the game. Now, one thing I do want to point out about this team of Norse men is they do have a Yeti. That's right, and he's not taking anyone's shit. Look at those stats. Now, his movement allowance is not that great, but he's super strong. Thankfully for us, he's also a loner and a wild animal, so sometimes that plays into a benefit. However, they also have Zara the Slayer, which is a mercenary, or a hero in this case, and she's damn good. Like you can see, movement allowance of 6, so she's fast, a strength of 4, and an agility of 3. The agility is about average, but really that high strength and speed is what's going to make her a pretty tough opponent if you just compare it to my regular dwarven guys who don't quite compare to her. But again, dwarves are a lot tougher and they die less, so that's what's important here. So we're going to start out by kicking off. As a forewarning to you guys watching, though, keep in mind sometimes the game has graphical errors. That is pretty much because of my recording software, so don't necessarily let that reflect on your game. I have heard of a couple people having problems running this game on their computers, but again, I don't know much about that. So, don't ask me, it works for me. Anyway, let's get started with a game of Blood Bowl. We're going to start by kicking. See, this guy right here is going to be a kicker in this case, and we're going to right-click. Also, this is on easy, and this is real-time, so this is not the turn-based Blood Bowl. Here we go. Alright, good kick, roughly where we wanted it. Oh, actually, okay, it pretty much went where we wanted it to. Alright, so, oh wow, we literally started out the match by knocking one of their players out. That is a beautiful way to start. Oh, we fractured the skull of another opponent. Good Christ, that's exactly how everyone wants to start a game of Blood Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh, he's trying to run past, Alright, so our guys intercepted him. See, you can see how the game is real-time, but it is also very, very much still turn-based. So you can basically, automatic dice rolls are pretty much going on in this combat. It's not like they're just beating the crap out of each other. Like, dice rolls are happening, stats are going, and that's what makes this very, very interesting. Also, that guy lasted a long time for somebody who is not even half the size of that troll. Oh! Look at Kraken beat the shit out of that Yeti. That's right. He's not taking nobody's shit. And he's moving up. Alright, we're going to keep this guy in the back just in case. And we're going to move those guys up to fight. Now, one thing about players like this, like the Steamroller here, is they are considered secret weapons. That's right. And the thing about secret weapons is they can only be used in one inning. So, should, for some reason, either I get a touchdown or something happens, then basically he gets kicked off the field. But we're not going to pay much attention to that, right? Right. But, so, yeah. We're going to try to make this last as much as possible. This is how I tend to play. I tend to be a very, very aggressive player who likes to beat the shit out of the opposing team. That's right. That's my goal here, is to just beat the enemy team into bloodiness. Yeah, bloody mess. And try to take out as many players as possible. Again, the thing that makes Blood Bowl very much different than football, for example, is players can die. They do die quite often, especially when you're fighting this good old Combrodian dwarf team. They kill a lot of people. There's really no other way of putting it. They kill a lot of people. But these Norskins are relatively tough. So they're not going down without a good fight, that's for sure. Especially the fact, considering that they have werewolves and a yeti, they have pretty good strength going on this team overall. So, you know, it's going to be hard to take them down. But something else. Oh, look, see, we got another guy badly injured. That's another guy out of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Phenomenal. This is the great thing about Blood Bowl. It literally turns into a fucking bloodbath. If you get aggressive, if your players are really aggressive players like mine, what basically I'm operating sort of like the orcs do. The orcs are all about beating the crap out of the other team into a bloody mess and winning the game by killing as many players as possible. Chaos is also very similar to that because they're far more interested in killing players than they are actually getting touchdowns. So amazingly enough, Blood Bowl actually does have lore. And there's, smashed angle, that's right, get the fuck off my field. So far, we've managed to severely injure 2 of their players and knock out 4. That's right. Now, the thing about players that are knocked, knocked for the count, essentially, you have to do dice rolls to see if they'll actually come back in. So sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. Generally, after about an inning or so, they'll pretty much be back in the game raring to go. The Norskins also do have substitute players who will come in at the end of this particular quarter, so keep that in mind as well. Oh, look, we knocked another one out. Wow. It does look like the Norse are slowly running out of players to use against us. So what I think I'm going to do is send all my dwarves to bring down Zara the Slayer. Oh, if we could kill her, that would be great. See, something else, there's a little bit of foulness going on in Blood Bowl. What we could actually do is step on her, but we're not going to do that. And we got a touchdown right before halftime. That's right. So that's our first touchdown, ladies and gentlemen. After bringing down almost the entire team. Check out our cheerleaders in the stands. Yeah, getting drunk off Bugman XXXXX. Phenomenal. Look at that. Just empty. Just empty. No dead players. No knocked out players. And we still got 4 in reserve. Again, this is on easy. So, take that with a grain of salt. But it looks like 4 of their players are back into the game. 2 are still knocked out, but they still have plenty of reserves on the sidelines. The Norse aren't going to go down without a fight. And it does look like our our steamroller was ejected from the game. No worries, gentlemen. We can fix that. Alright, so let's kick this ball back off, and let's finish this game up, shall we? Oh, that was a terrible kick. I guess that was a changing weather one. What happens if basically you kick on sides like that is the enemy player gets to put the ball wherever they want to put it, as they basically just put it in the guy's hands. That other thing I keep trying to mention, and I keep failing to mention as well, is that the crowd tends to throw objects into the actual game as it's going on. So pretty much, if you see like a pair of shoes, if your players pick that up, they can then use those shoes to speed up. Like, see, my guy's movement allowance is 7, so my runner is really fast. For a dwarf, that's unholy speeds. To be able to run at a 7. So basically, I could pretty much outrun anybody on this field in a one-on-one, in like actual running engagement, a foot race, as it were. Oh, looks like the werewolves are trying to go after some of our players. No bueno, sir. No bueno. Let's just see if we can't. Oh, no, we can't. Oh, we injured another player. Good goodness. We are just showing no mercy to the Norse today. That is for sure. Like I said, Blood Bowl is just a mess of a game, but it is so much fun. And like, especially the real-time mode. I very much like this real-time mode. Don't get me wrong, the turn-based mode is great in itself, but this is just really, really interesting, and it kind of feels like I'm playing a fantasy version of Madden, which is, you know, unheard of, essentially. I think that's experience. No, I don't even know what the stars are. I guess they're fan factor. Run, Buffoon! Run, Buffoon! Run! Oh no, you're almost home! Damn it! Oh, they got us. They got us, guys. No worries, no worries. We'll come and clean that back up. Move it in. We got a whole set of guys over here who ain't doing nothing. Get him over there. Intercept that son of a bitch. Oh yeah, 4 dwarves on 1, and he is badly hurt and out of the game. Kurax, the blocker, is making a run for it. He's going to get that strength boost, though. Oh, yeah. And he is going to get a touchdown for the Combrodians once again. Yes. Look at that. Look at that. This game, like I said, this is just stupid fun. And that's, you know, I guess that's one of the things that's always made Blood Bowl, is the fact that it's just a lot of ludicrous, ridiculous fun. You know, you're pitting all of the... It's kind of like, what would happen if you pitted a bunch of fantasy races in a game of football? What would actually happen? And, you know, what if they were able to kill each other? Wow, we kicked that right to them. But what would happen if they could kill each other? And this is what you get. And it's a hell of a lot of fun. And it's totally worth $7 to get all these races, all this content, and, like I said, a game that you're genuinely going to enjoy. So, I think I'll leave the ending of this game to speculation. You can kind of guess where it's going, but you never know. The Norse might come back and start killing my team. It happens. This is Blood Bowl. But anyway, this has been Commissar Bro. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. You know, I hope you continue to check out my little impression videos and my review videos. And like I said, I hope I've converted you to the way of Warhammer, because damn it, I am trying, ladies and gentlemen. I am trying to convert as many to the faithful, true religion of the God Emperor as possible. That's right. But anyway, this has been Commissar Bro, and I'll see all you beautiful people next time.